Thanks for joining us. My name is Quinn, and I'm the lead of Indigenous initiatives at the Gord, Downie, and Chanie Wenjack Fund. Inspired by Chanie's story and Gord's call to build a better Canada, we aim to build cultural understanding and create a path toward reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. Let's begin our conversation.
I'm Lisa Meaches. I live in Long Plain First Nation, and it's an honor to be asked to serve the community in this capacity.
And I'm Grace Redhead. I'm the Special Events, Cultural, and Engagement Manager with the Manito Ahbee Festival. I'm a registered member of Manito First Nation in northern Manitoba.
Thank you both so much for being here today and sharing your introductions. Before we jump in, can you share with us the significance behind the name of Manito Ahbee?
The name Manito Ahbee was gifted in ceremony to the festival and is named after the sacred site, a traditional gathering site in the Whiteshell area of Manitoba. Manito Ahbee, an Anishinaabe word, means where the Creator sits. The festival represents an opportunity for visitors to experience the festival as a celebration of all Indigenous people, for all people.
Thanks for sharing. For those who might be attending their first powwow, how would you describe what a powwow is and what it represents?
At its core, a powwow is a gathering that brings people together through culture, spirituality, and community. The dancers and singers and drummers are at the center of it all, creating an atmosphere that both are very powerful and meaningful. The drum, often called the heartbeat of Mother Earth, sets the rhythm, while the songs passed down through generations are led by experienced singers who can help carry these traditions forward.
You mentioned the role of the drum a little bit. What are some other key aspects and key moments that people can expect, like grand entry or the role of the drum?
Well, my favorite moment is the grand entry. It signals the start of the powwow, and as the dancers are led in by eagle staffs, elders, dignitaries, it's really just a spectacular moment to see.
Guests will be asked to stand during grand entry as they are welcomed into the dancing circle. After all the dancers are brought in, an elder typically offers a blessing, followed by songs that honor veterans, ancestors, and community leaders. These moments are sacred and reflect the spirit of unity and remembrance.
For visitors, what are some important protocols or etiquette to be aware of when attending?
First, I want to share that everyone is welcome to come powwow with us. If you have questions there are often volunteers to assist, but generally listening to the MC will provide guidance. Before taking pictures or touching someone's regalia, ask them first.
Yeah, and I would just add to be respectful and open to learning, ask questions, and remember that protocols can differ between nation to nation and powwow to powwow. And most people are happy to answer any questions and share their knowledge. I think at powwows, there's so much interactivity between guests and dancers and singers. The more you show your appreciation for dancers and singers, the more energy they have.
Intertribals are a great way for guests to join in. The MC will let the guests know when it's intertribal time, and you don't need regalia to come and join.
Could both of you share with me your favorite part of a powwow?
Mine would be watching the tiny tots, and maybe when grand entry comes in, it's such a time of the powwow where reverence is paid, and protocol has to be followed, especially those important times. And so in most places, the person praying will be a visiting elder, and the song that will be sung in the veterans for the veterans that are visiting will be a veteran song. So for me, hands down, grand entry, then the tiny tots.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Tiny tots are one of my favorites. They're so adorable when they're dancing, but they're also just like so free in their movements and spirit, and it's great to watch. I also just like to see kind of like just the sisterhood or the brotherhood that exists between the dance categories. Mm-hmm. So like all the fancy shawl sisters will just really support each other. So and that goes across all categories.
Yeah, camaraderie.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Because you're not dancing against another dancer. You're dancing with the dancer.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? They're dancing on the floor together. there's no really no competition when you dance for the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you share some final thoughts for viewers on Powwow 101 and what they can take away from this?
I think for anyone experiencing their first powwow, or if you're already a seasoned kind of veteran at powwows, just going and attending and just seeing how it's not just one day, it's not just one dance. Like, people are part of powwow families, they travel together, dance together, grow up together. So it's really great to see that. Yeah, it's the powwow circle, the powwow family, and just to see that and experience that. And then you just take that energy when you leave. And I'm always so refreshed after a powwow, even a long weekend of it. But you leave with good energy and good times.
Yeah. And despite the fact that we have to dance for, when we dance for everybody, but there are some issues that require a moment of reverence. And that's when we dance for our missing and murdered. That's when we dance for, all of the people who can't dance, especially those who are in institutions, and maybe their, children come with handicaps, but we make space for them. And so it's such a, the way powwows used to be produced, and so how we produce them now, because this is a big indoor powwow. There's so many factors that play into part. But at the end of the day, the best part is watching our people feel proud, dance their dance, and spirit is there somewhere. We invoked it with the drum and the eagle whistles. So what a safe lodge to share the best of who you are and with your relatives and visitors, right? Like, for me, it does so many things. It's very medicinal. And I'm not afraid to say, powwow was a lifesaver for me. It saved my life. I grew up in a community, and my father was a police officer, and we were a powwow family, but it was powwow that kept me on track and gave me that foundation to learn. And because my dad ran a powwow too. And so I got to watch how you give, and, when you receive, and you stay humble, and, it's for the community, because if you're not a community person, you shouldn't be producing powwows. We love our people to the point where we'll run as hard as we can for our people, but they deserve something epic. And for us, Manito Ahbee is epic.
Thank you so much for sharing. That's so amazing. If you'd like to continue learning, you can follow along on our YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. And you can find additional resources on our website at downiewenjack.ca. Thanks, and take care.